I can't stop myself, Greg, because you're controlling me.
Wow.
And it's at that point that I think everyone just clicked
Kind of
off
funny,
this video.
3.5 years in, the worst opening we've ever done for anything. I'm glad I just rode the dice with you on that one.
We are, of course, at E3 2018. Greg saw Control today, which if you guys watched the Sony press conference, was a very, very cool, Sony press conference, right?
Yep, you're right.
It was a very, very
Nailed
cool, very, very cool, it kind of gave me Dead Space vibes kind of game.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear what you thought about this, because you were kind of lukewarm on it.
Hell no,
right?
I was all in.
Oh, were you all in?
Yeah, no, it was Andy over there.
That piece
Andy,
of shit, Tim.
thumb up his ass all, I don't know, is it a
I
game
don't
or
know
not?
about this.
Oh, they're microtransactions. That's Andy. Control.
That one where you're like your gun morphs in. Doesn't matter. Give me the rundown of this.
So Control, the big deal about it, it's a behind closed doors demo here at E3 2018.
Love it.
Control, of course, made by Remedy, published by 505. Remedy, the name amongst names when you want to talk about people who are making things over on Xbox that haven't made it to PlayStation. So you're talking about Alan Wake, we're talking about Quantum Break more recently, way back in the day, which was on PlayStation, don't yell at me. Max Payne 1 and 2, right? Like that's Remedy. The Max Paynes everybody remembers. And so this being their first game in forever to come cross-platform, 2019, PC, Xbox, and PlayStation 4.
Get it.
It's really awesome. I loved, as I've said, I loved Quantum Break, right? Quantum Break was great. I think, it was trying to merge up real life stuff with this and that and the other. But the thing they learned in Quantum Break of taking live action footage and then giving you gameplay you're controlling was how to make it look amazing and how to make it look so real. Same thing here. It's like the way you're playing as this woman who's now taken over the Federal Bureau of Control. And
think about how much merch they had to change on that. You know what I mean? All the jackets. Can't call it the FBI anymore.
Well, I think it's a different thing. They're being dodgy about it. Because here's my thing: is like, all right. What it strikes me as is a more serious Men in Black kind of thing. Not that they're aliens, but hey, it's the Federal Bureau of Control. We know that they're being real weird about it. We know that there is another universe, a parallel world, supernatural elements. They call it, what do they call it? Supernatural action adventure. Okay. So they're aware of what's going on. They're aware of the threats to them. And this is an officially sanctioned government thing, apparently, where the director, in the beginning of the game, the place gets invaded by the Hiss, which are like these, they look like zombie bad guys.
Okay.
It gets invaded.
In this. I like this
they
so
kill the director. You, as this character, become the director. That's why you get the cool director's gun that morphs into different shit, and you start getting powers and all this other crap. There's a hierarchy and a structure here, right? And so it's what Quantum Break, I think, does best, of taking things that are normal to us, the Federal Bureau of something, and combining it with the crazy supernatural. Because you're walking through the office and it totally looks and feels and sounds like a real office, right? It's marble floors. At one point you come by and a guy's cleaning and he's got headphones in. You're like, all right, whatever, I'll talk to you later. It's a real thing. And then, then it goes into, you walk in and this ghostly white agent who used to be one of your agents but got taken over by the Hiss, comes stomping in and then looks at you and then starts shooting at you, and you pull up your cool gun and you're shooting at them, but then you have telekinetic powers as part of the control thing, so you're picking up fire extinguishers, desks, and chairs, and throwing at them. And then the cool thing that they were doing was shooting, and then if Cool Greg's the bad guy, I grab the sign from behind him and pull it into him, so knock him out from behind.
Force pull?
Yeah, exactly.
Love that.
I would never do that to you, Cool Greg.
No.
I would never actually hit. Maybe if you were possessed by the Hiss. A lot of things are happening, you know what I mean? It seems exactly what I want. It's weird sci-fi from Remedy, which is exactly what I want. The gun's upgradable, the powers you get are upgradable. As you go through, you earn and learn more abilities. So to get to places kind of Metroidvania that you haven't been before. Right. So they showed a blown out bridge, and she's they were last time she was here she couldn't cross it, but now she's learned how to hover. And so she jumped up and did this hover. And what I really liked about the hover ability was it looked like, I think, if you and me were trying to hover, where she was wobbly with it, and it wasn't it's like Iron Man 1. Iron Man 1, right? Of trying to, you have this ability and you're trying to figure out how it's going on. The place they work out of is called the Oldest House. What I liked about the Oldest House was this. They called it a world within a location. Because what you're doing is, again, very Cabin in the Woodsy, very sci-fi, very supernaturally. You go in there and
this blew my mind. A world within a
there's
location.
doors you open that take you to a completely different area. Or there was one where she got to basically a dead end, and it was a pull light string, and she pulled it once, and it went black, and pulled it again, the room changed, pulled it again, dark, pulled it again, the lights changed, pulled it again, and like the third or fourth time, whatever, it opened up into a giant new thing that you walked into and did
so
all
wait,
stuff.
is the power, how is the power explained in the game? Is it scientific? Is it supernatural?
That was my thing. I really tried to pin them down on it. So it's the Federal Bureau of Control. What are we controlling? How does this go? And they're like, what do you think? A lot of that. What do you think? I'm like, fuck off, Remedy. You know the answers.
I think you
yeah,
know
exactly.
the answers.
You know what I think. Yeah.
People?
It was a weird thing of, for me, the exploration looked awesome. I love the story. The game itself is beautiful. It looks real when you're looking at it in certain sections. The combat didn't seem to wow me right now, but it's also wrapping my head around a bunch of different abilities and stuff like that.
I feel like once it
but
ramps
gunplay
up,
didn't look
it'll be
amazing, but again, when I think back to Quantum Break, when I think back to Alan Wake, combat's not what I was thinking about with those games being rad.
Definitely Alan Wake,
but yeah, those were like the big things. This, this was a really cool one. This was what I'll end on, right? So they had side missions. The world's littered with side missions, right? And so at one point she did the light switch or did whatever and opened up into a new area and walked in, and it was like, it kind of looked like Portal of all these glass walls with like 76 written on like a concrete pillar, and then 75 and 74.
Okay.
And like she walked up to one, and it was this dude sitting in a chair staring at a red refrigerator. And he's like, but it's his back to us. So like we walk in and it's his back. And he's like, hey, is somebody there? Is somebody there? And she's like, yeah. And he's like, I was told to sit here, and I couldn't take my eyes off of this because of deviations. Like it could change, it could do, like kind of like a morphs in Prey or whatever, right?
Okay.
And he's like, I can't take my eyes off it. That was a day and a half ago. No one's come to relieve me. Please help me. And it was a side mission you can take to help him.
Okay.
But for the demo there, she's like, I'm sorry. I can't. And he's like, no, please, like screaming. She's like, it's an emergency. I'll come back when I can. And like, it was
brutal.
like, fuck. It's like, if they're putting more fucked up shit like that in here, like, I'm all about it.
So you're in about this.
Oh my God. I'm a sucker for Remedy. Remedy makes such cool shit. They make such weird shit, which a lot of people don't do on like a AAA scale. I thought Quantum Break was criminally underplayed. I had a great time with it. It had Littlefinger from Game of Thrones in it. It had Iceman in it. Nobody fucking played this game for some reason.
Man, this sounds cool. You know what else is cool, ladies and gentlemen? Subscribing. That's what the cool kids do. And if you like
They
this
click the bell, too.
They do click that bell for all those notifications, of course. Thank you guys so much for joining us here at youtube.com/kindoffunnygames. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification button so you can get all of these amazing words from Greg's mouth and me just nodding each and every day here at E3 2018. I love you all. We'll see you on the flip side.
Andy, take your shoe off and lay down.
Andy, take all of your clothes off. It's streak. Just go.